Hello, math students. After about a month of online school, I figured we should probably step back and go to lesson 0, how we talk to teachers. So we're going to go over a few things that we do or don't do when we're talking to teachers. This doesn't just go for me, this goes for any teachers you have now and any teachers you'll have in the future, in high school and college. There are certain things we do and don't do when we're talking to teachers. Hang in for a pretty bumpy ride. Let's imagine that you are a teacher and you're sitting at home grading. Maybe it's after work hours and you have a nice cup of coffee and you're sitting there, you've got TV on in the background, you've relaxed, you've finished lesson planning, and you're just grading. And all of a sudden, Google Classroom pings. You've gotten an email. I don't get this. Right away, I can tell you there's a few things wrong with this. First of all, this is not helpful. The main thing we need to worry about when we're contacting teachers, does this help the teacher help me fix my problem? If you just say, I don't get this, the teacher doesn't know what it is that you don't get. So the teacher takes the time to message back, what is it that you don't get? And then very often, the second response is also, so every time we contact a teacher, we need to think, will this help the teacher help me? The teacher needs to be able to identify your problem quickly so that they can get you on track. The second thing you need to worry about is it professional? In school, we're trying to prepare you to be successful students later in life. And let's say that you are preparing your doctoral thesis and you're going to present it to your professors tomorrow. And if you don't pass it, you will not become a doctor. You're all dressed up, you're wearing your best clothes. Ask yourself, would you send this to your professor? I don't get this. So the second problem with this is that it's not grammatically correct. So let's talk about a way to reword this. The first thing you need to do when you're writing a message to a teacher is always to start it with a greeting. For example, it doesn't have to be formal, like, hello esteemed madame. It can simply be, hi, comma. You hit enter twice and start a new line. Here's an example of a better email. Hi, I don't understand the part of the assignment where you subtracted 4 from the left. Would you be able to explain it? Thank you. So let's parse what makes this a good email. The first thing is that it starts with a greeting. The second is that it identifies the problem so that the teacher can immediately help you. The third thing is a polite request for an explanation. It always pays to be polite. The last thing that it has that makes it a good email is that it says thank you, meaning that you are appreciating the teacher's time. Notice also that it is grammatically correct. Here's another example that you, a teacher, might receive. Notice how it simply says, help. Again, main problems with this message. The teacher does not know what you need help with. The second thing is that it is one single word, and the teacher does not know how to respond to that. Let's say that the teacher has just finished explaining something to you and you say back, I don't see what you're saying, ... Okay, there are multiple things wrong here. The first thing that I see is that it's not grammatical. The second thing is that it's just not polite. Let's try a better way of wording this. Here's a better example. Let's say that you don't understand what's going on, so you say, sorry, I still don't understand. What do you mean when you say balance the equation? Why is this a better communication? First of all, it's polite. Second of all, it's grammatical. And the last reason that it's a great email is that it specifically explains the part where you still don't understand, so the teacher can respond and clarify what they're trying to say. Great, let's do another example. Okay, let's say that you, a teacher, have given an assignment to students. 5 days later, you receive this communication. You didn't ever say we had to do this. Once again, we note that it's not grammatical. Once again, we notice that it's not very polite. Let's translate this into polite teacher communication. If you want someone to acknowledge that maybe there might have been a mistake or that there wasn't something communicated to you, a couple of things you want to check first. Read the instructions again. You might have missed something. It's very possible. The second thing you need to think about is expectations. For example, showing your work. The teacher should not have to say every single time that you have to show your work. Obviously, that's expected. And if it has been made expected by the teacher for all previous assignments many times, there's no reason that it should be in the assignment instructions again. Let's say that you did read the instructions again, it's not there. Let's say that you don't know if it was expected or not. The correct way to word this might be something like this. Hi, I looked through the instructions and wasn't able to find where you said, "Could you please let me know if I missed something? Thanks." Okay, once again, it's grammatical. Once again, it's very specific. It implies that you already did the part where you look through the instructions, and then it ends with a polite request and a thank you. This is a good and polite communication. Everyone should aspire to communicate like this. Amazing, you're doing great. So, the last thing I want to talk about is this. When is this due? Okay, so now that we've talked about these things, I want to talk about the template for a polite and proper email. After watching this video, I will not be responding to any comments or emails that do not follow the guidelines of this video, so pay close attention. Thing number 1, a greeting. It should be something like good morning, hi, hello. Thing number 2, an explanation of the situation. It could be something like, I'm on problem number 3 on assignment 6.5. It could be like, I'm having a really bad morning, but it's nice to give some background. Thing number 3, please list your specific issue that you would like me to address. If you're having a problem, I'd like to know what it is. Thing number 4, a polite request for help. Thing number 5, thank you. And of course, the last thing, which is to double check your entire communication for spelling and grammar errors. Make sure that it's professional. Thank you for watching Contacting a Teacher 101. I hope that this lesson has been helpful for you and that you can use it to the best of your ability in the future. All your teachers are super grateful. Thank you.